So how many of you in here have a message that you want to create a movement with? Awesome. I knew I was in the right room. So today we're going to talk about that. So I want to journey back 30 years ago to my very first talk. I was 10 years old. It was a standing room only. And I was so nervous, right? When your hands are shaking and I hope I can read my papers. Maybe that was in high school too, just saying. But I was standing there. I cleared my throat and I said, today we are here to celebrate Bob Loman. And tears welled up in my eyes and I didn't know if I was going to be able to get through it. You see, this day was my daddy's funeral. It was one of the worst days of my life. But I was so excited. I wanted people to know how such a great dad that I had. All of our fun little adventures. We would find a road, we wouldn't know where it went, and we would just go. And so I wanted people to know that about him. And so even at 10, I was bound and determined to get up there. And after I looked up, when I was done, there was not a dry eye in the room. And it was then when I realized that when you deeply connect and share your story, you can create a movement and move people. And I didn't know that that was what I was meant for at the moment. But when I went to get off stage, I looked back and my aunt was standing there. She was holding onto the podium for dear life and just bawling. And so instead of walking off stage, I walked over and I rubbed her back and I said, we can do this. We're gonna get through this. And I stood and supported her. You see, I didn't know I was being created for greatness in that moment, but this is what I do on a daily basis now. You got this. So, how many of you can look at some of the things that have happened in your life, a triumph, maybe a tragedy, that now looking back, you knew it was creating you for greatness? Awesome. You see, I thought business coaching was the plan. I was great at it. But what I was called to do is help people create a movement with their stories, with their triumphs, with their solutions. So sharing our story is so important. We have gotten so far away from that we've all seen in the recent media, right? The new movement, Me Too, Time's Up. And this is because people are sharing their stories. When you share your stories, you give people permission to share theirs. If you had the cure to cancer, would you keep it? We would share it, right? But how many of you in here have the cure to someone's confidence, to someone's mental state, to abundance, to getting a new job, to leadership, right? We have the solutions. We have the cure to people's ailments and we're not sharing it. We're too afraid of rejection. We're too afraid of being judged and ridiculed that we keep it to ourselves and maybe tell our best friend. But you're not serving the world. If you've gone through something and you know the route to the top of the mountain, it is your responsibility to help others to the top of the mountain.